And welcome back. Right here once again, and I'm now on about my third take of doing this section. I'm really not happy about this. I've learned quite a few things though. For starters, cards are incredibly useless and ultimately a complete waste of money, which fortunately is very easy to come across, and a bunch of other shit I'll probably blab on about at some point. Anyway, when we last left off, I just finished the tutorial and ended up in a town which is apparently bad land. I'm going to avoid talking to everybody here. Pretty much just to paraphrase everything that happens, if you hit select, you can bring up a menu which shows all of my shit, right? One experience point away from leveling up. And, if you've been paying attention, people have invaded, etc., etc. And I'm going to need to invest in a lot of healing items because fucking everything hits fucking hard in this game, and I go through a hell of a lot of healing items. Also, you can actually speed up the text boxes. As far as I know, you actually have to sit through them. Isn't that just wonderful fucking game design right there? It's just really fucking annoying. Just one of the many things that have managed to piss me off about this game. Well, alright, this game probably wouldn't be so bad if I didn't actually have to record myself while playing it. But there you go. So these are the regular enemies. I expect I'll be seeing quite a deal of them because based on how much... Yeah, it's the exact same phone conversation every time you level up. I've seen it a couple times, and of course, like I said, you can't actually skip through it. You have to sit through it and wait for it to slowly scroll, and that's just fucking stupid. Everyone knows that text skipping and just being able to speed that shit up is pretty much standard in every game ever. But this game doesn't play by those rules. No, it's all like, fuck those rules. I'm doing it my way. The way I want to fucking do it. My health, as you can see, is measured in tomatoes. Theirs measured in cloves of garlic, even though they are garlic. And just to show how really shitty this game is, you can't actually just walk across the bridge. You have to hop on top of it. And you can't just walk down it, you have to jump off. But the other end doesn't work that way. I don't know why, it makes no sense. I don't fucking care. And the door's locked, although there's no actual prompt to tell you that it's locked, you just can't move through it. So you gotta get this phone call, which takes forever. Of course it's him. Who else has your fucking cell phone number? Also, I'm only going to do up to the save point because after that there's a couple enemies that have a really big annoying problem of killing you, and you have to go through health items, and this game just has a really weird style of difficulty. Anytime anybody ever tells you that games have gotten worse over the years, or games these days are unfair or anything like that, just put them in the direction of this thing because, it's not even a particularly hard game or challenging or really a well-known example of that sort of thing, but it's fucking wrong, It just feels really stupid to play. So here's Sid, my pet, who has the key, as you've luckily read from that phone conversation I was trying to skip through. What's that, boy? Timmy fell down the well? Yeah. Apparently I can talk to the Sid. And one of the cloves of garlic somehow ran off with the key to the castle. And, just fucking... What the hell? How the fuck did, garlic and zombies manage to take over this castle? I mean... They can be killed by whacking them with a cape. And I have a fucking sea monster for a pet. Oh, and one other thing. The hat is like hilariously overpowered, and it's probably the weapon I'm going to be using the most. Which is why, as soon as I can, I'm buying one of the better hats. I might actually have to do some grinding off screen for gold in order to get some decent stuff. Because pretty much everything else in this game seems completely useless. The cards especially. Now that I have the key, I can get into the castle. And here we have the zombies. Fast, fire-breathing zombies. That's right, fast zombies aren't new. And these breathe fire. And that fire hurts like a motherfucker, let me tell you. It takes off like almost a full large tomato worth of health. It does like 3 small ones, I think. I'm not about to test it, but you know, it's just really unforgiving, this game is. And to make matters worse, there's not really like a proper way to dodge or avoid anything. If it's going to hit you, it's going to hit you, and you know, everything kind of tries running into you at some point, which does quite a deal of damage as well. And absolutely nothing drops tomatoes or healing items. They seem to be doing a lot more now than they were earlier, but you know, that's been the end. And just to point something out, the level design here is pretty fucking hideous. It's really not a pretty game, and it's in a genre where you get quite a few games that look good. I mean, the characters themselves are alright, but just look at this castle. It's like the flattest, dullest, blandest looking fucking thing ever. And again, I don't know why I'm using the cape. It's probably some kind of bizarre habit, because you just have to tap the button, but you have to hold it for quite a while before the hat will come up. And also, most games tend to make it so that the close range attack that actually puts you at risk of being hit does a lot more damage than the long range one. Nope, the hat is actually several times more powerful than the cape. And because you can hit multiple times with it, and you don't actually have to be close, it's alright, but you can't move while you're lifting up the hat. And like I said, everything does a lot of damage, so, you know, if one of these things were to breathe fire on me, I'd probably be close to dying. And save points and stuff like that doesn't restore your health, so there you go. Wow, they seem to be dropping a lot more tomatoes now all of a sudden. I guess that's one of the problems with random dropping. You know, like, the last time I played through this section, nothing dropped a single tomato. So I had to use up like a fuckload of healing items, which I didn't have a whole lot of because I spent quite a deal of money on cards, which, you know, it's just unforgiving. Yeah, you see how much damage that did? Not something you want happening a lot. Fortunately, you can kind of drag them down here, where it's a nice straight line. Oh, and you move backwards when you throw your hat, which is pretty cool if you can use it right to dodge stuff. It's done that for me a couple times. Especially in one of the enemies you're probably going to see in the next video, since I'm likely going to use that tactic at the same time. Same way I did it the last time I got through. So yeah, zombies, really fast. Don't let them get close to you, because that fire fucking hurts. Whatever you do, don't walk into it. It doesn't seem to be doing as much damage now. I guess it hits multiple times if you're close enough or something. I'm just going to throw that off on like the game design or something. There's just some bullshit here at work here. Well, anyway, I guess I'll bitch about that later. Or not at all. I don't know. It all depends on whether or not this game feels like being nice. Difficulty's just fucking uneven. Alright, so how you get through? You get kicked by that guy. You get knocked back a bunch of screens. At first I thought this might have been like one of those weird puzzles where you kind of loop the same animation over and over, but nah, it's just a really long hallway. And here we come to the save point, which is where I'm going to cut off this video. because chances are I might die once or twice getting through the next area because there's a bunch of enemies that are very, very likely to kill me. I feel like I'm much better prepared this time since I know what's actually going to go there, and I might just run through and avoid most of the enemies. Plus, I'm doing a lot better now. Last time I was like half a tomato and nothing was dropping health. So we'll see how that goes. But anyway, that's the save point, and I'm going to cut it off there. Next video, I'm going to record exactly as soon as I finish this. So look forward to that. Fuck you all, and good night.